We're following breaking news this morning as 2 local schools are being evacuated after bomb threats. There are new upgrades that will be coming to University Boulevard that affect students, and news out of the Middle East that an ISIS leader could be dead. Next.
Welcome back to RMU Live. I'm Hannah Smith.
And I'm Eddie Sheehy.
We're following a developing story this afternoon as Franklin Regional High School students were evacuated due to a bomb threat this morning. According to WTAE, high school students were dismissed from the middle school on buses about an hour ago. The Murrysville police are investigating the scene.
And in more breaking news this afternoon, WPXI is reporting that Ambridge High School also experienced a bomb threat this morning. The high school immediately went on lockdown after the message was handwritten with liquid hand soap on a bathroom mirror.
The state is going to be funding $242,500 towards intersection upgrades at the main entrance to RMU's campus. The upgrade will consist of left turning lanes onto campus and the shopping plaza. Senator Matt Smith said that this will increase the efficiency of the intersection and address the influx of traffic. Be sure to check back next week as Eddie Sheehy will take an in-depth look at what this means for students.
Can't wait for that. I'm going to have so many details for you guys. Now, right now, police are searching for a gunman or gunmen who were involved in a shooting on Industrial Boulevard in Pittsburgh around 11:30 p.m. Sunday night. A total of 8 shots were fired into a Jeep while 2 people were inside of it. However, those 2 people were not injured.
Good Samaritans helped 2 women keep calm after a car accident occurred in Carrick Sunday afternoon. The car ended up landing right in front of Fire Station 23 after hitting 2 trees and running over a no parking sign. Rick Smith and Joe Kellington talked to the women until help was able to arrive. Both women were taken to the hospital with minor injuries.
And an online threat caused quite a stir in downtown Pittsburgh at the Greyhound bus station after a posting on Facebook threatening to kill police officers at the station was made. Police searched the area but found nothing. Investigators are now operating under the belief that the whole incident was a hoax. And for everything you need to know involving RMU news, sports, and arts and entertainment, make sure you check out rmucenturymedia.com. It has everything you could want.
It does. Adjunct professors potentially forming a union has been a hot topic on the Robert Morris campus. Most adjunct professors report a salary of about $16,000 per year, while full-time faculty makes about $74,000 a year. Adjuncts are also worried about their job security, waiting to become full-time, and feeling underappreciated. RMU Century Media reached out to President DeLomo, who was unable to comment, but released a letter to all adjuncts stating, while some may find the idea of a union representation appealing, it is worth noting that a union cannot guarantee any additional benefits.
Now, those little laundry detergent packets that have made the chore of laundry so easy for us college students have come under fire recently due to the fact that more than 700 children have been hospitalized over the past 2 years after eating the pods. All of the cases involved children under the age of 6, and in one incident, it did result in a death.
A dog is back to enjoying life after being stranded on a roof for 3 days in Youngstown, Ohio. WKBN's Matt Horn has more on the story.
A Rottweiler named Isis, extremely skinny and visibly scared, was stranded.
There's a dog on the roof.
There's a dog on the roof.
In Youngstown's east side for several days.
That was very scary.
Around 10 Saturday morning, Youngstown firefighters came in to save the dog. From the outside by ladder, one firefighter even entered through inside of the house, peeking out of a hole the dog used to get on the roof.
You know, we normally get maybe 1 or 2 a year.
The dog's owner says he thought Isis escaped or was taken earlier this week during a break-in at his South Jackson Street home. Deputy Dog Warden Dave Nelson says they tried to get in touch with the owner a couple of days ago after calls came in saying Isis was stuck on the roof.
If he would have come back, maybe he would have seen the card because nobody else knew how to get a hold of him.
Eventually, firefighters were able to get a hold of Isis. She was shaking and grabbing on the ladder as Youngstown firefighter Kyle Trimble carried her to safety.
Somebody grab the dog.
I got her. As soon as she made it to the ground,
I'm sure he's hungry. He don't care what he's eating.
She was given fries.
The dog was friendly enough that it came towards the firefighter.
Isis was taken to the pound where she'll be treated. As for the owner,
Got her.
he will be cited for not having ISIS licensed.
Everyone was glad to see that Isis was not hurt and enjoyed those fries. That was, of all the meals.
That was adorable. Everybody's got to love a good dog story. Now we go from cute to creepy. Right now, unfortunately, yesterday, a few patrons at a Planet Fitness in Moline, Illinois were shocked and a little bit disturbed when they found out that there were cameras hidden inside 2 tanning rooms in the establishment. CNN's Kaya Edwards has more on this story.
It is completely disturbing.
Watch out when you're in the tanning bed.
It's sad.
Or anywhere where you take your clothes off.
The details are still coming in, but for now, police say they have the cameras that were in the tanning rooms at Planet Fitness.
Yeah, my wife goes there. She goes there about once a week and she tans, and it's just finding out that someone put cameras in there is a little worrying, you know, or even for anybody, you know, any kind of woman or even man who uses a tanning bed. That's just uncomfortable to know.
We reached out to Planet Fitness, but they did not allow staff to go on camera, sending this statement instead. At Planet Fitness, the safety and privacy of our members is extremely important to us. As such, the franchise owner is working very closely with the local authorities on this matter. We pushed for more details, but were referred to the police. We know one person has been arrested, the police, though, not releasing any more information, leaving the community with several unanswered questions. Is the suspect a customer, walk-in, or employee? And how many victims could there be?
That's what's scary. It could. You hear about it happening everywhere and anywhere, and it's just ridiculous.
One woman tells us she and other customers who tanned were contacted about the situation, but some people question whether that's enough.
They should definitely do something, though, take it a step further and try to figure out what they can do to relieve themselves and make sure that never happens to anybody again.
Police say they're continuing to investigate.
Since that report first came out, police have arrested and charged 27-year-old Trent Hammer with unauthorized videotaping. Hammer was a member of the gym and not an employee.
Coming up next, the School of Nursing and Health Sciences settles the myths of Ebola. Find out what they have to say.
And following in the footsteps of his father and brother, could we possibly be seeing another Bush in the White House come 2016? All of that and more when we come back to RMU Live.
And while we have sunny and 60s right now, what I'm tracking is we're going to go from 60s to 20s and also the chance for snow. Don't miss my full forecast coming up.
G-Morning, sunshine. Wakey, wakey. Text me. Are your parents home later? We can hang. LUV, love you. JK. Holla back. Holla back. Holla back. Are you with your friends? That's lame. We're in a huge fight right now. XO. What'd you dream about? Something I did. Are you on your way to the mall? I'm lonely. Nude pics. Send me some. Text me.
I'm starving. What's for breakfast?
Guten Tag!
Johannes, Ross!
I bring you arts-enriched Raisinblums, fortified with increased test scores and creative problem-solving skills.
It's good!
And good for you. Bobby? Susie? Don't worry, that's just the power of the art!
Feed your kids the arts. For 10 simple ways to learn how, visit AmericansForTheArts.org.
You ever think about buying a bigger place?
Just waiting for a visit from the credit fairy.
There is no credit fairy.
How else will I get a better credit score?
Look, you keep your credit card balances low and only open a new card if you really need it.
No fairy?
There's no magic to improving your credit, but there's help, and it's free. Go to creditfairy.org.
Yes, ready.
Oh, come on, Randy. Animal shelter, here I come. And no, I'm not crazy or emotionally damaged. That's a stereotype. I just belong to a total loser. I'm a good dog. So if you want a pet, adopt. And if you see Randy, tell him he dropped his wallet.
Last Tuesday, the gubernatorial race officially ended with Democrat Tom Wolf beating incumbent Governor Tom Corbett by double digits. It is the first time in more than 40 years an incumbent did not beat their challenger. Tom Corbett had this to say on the loss.
Just a few minutes ago, I called Tom Wolf, and I thanked him for a well-fought fight. I congratulated him on his victory, and I wished him well in the next 4 years. Campaigns tend to highlight the differences between and distinctions between candidates, their personalities, their proposals, and their actions. We've had a very energetic campaign. He has prevailed, and I wish him the best, and would you please give him a round of applause.
America might be seeing yet another Bush running for president in 2016. Former President George W. Bush said there is a 50-50 chance that his brother and former Florida Governor Jeb Bush will be running for president. Jeb Bush has said one of his main considerations is the impact on his family and faith as to whether he will run.
And the U.S. carried out an airstrike on top ISIS leaders on Friday in Iraq. Senior Iraqi officials confirmed that the leader of the Islamic State group, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, was at the very least wounded in the coalition attack, but it is believed that he has died. Nothing has been confirmed yet on al-Baghdadi's condition, but we will keep you updated as the story progresses.
The United States is going to be sending in more troops to Iraq to help advise Iraqi security. CNN's Arwa Damon has more.
The addition of 1,500 U.S. troops into Iraq almost doubles America's presence there. They are not meant to be in a combat role, but rather continuing to advise and assist the Iraqi security forces and the Kurdish Peshmerga, also providing America with critical increased eyes on the ground when it comes to those coalition airstrikes. These troops are going to potentially be based perhaps in Al-Anbar province, some of them at least, and also potentially to the north in Taji, two key areas where ISIS has significant control. Al-Anbar province especially critical in that it is predominantly Sunni and in the past has historically been Al-Qaeda's key stomping ground. And when we look at Iraq's history, it was the Sunni tribes that allowed for the tide to turn against Al-Qaeda, and those Sunni tribes are going to be vital if ISIS is to in fact be defeated. That is one of the main reasons why the U.S. and others are putting a lot of pressure on the Iraqi government led by Shia Prime Minister Haider al-Abadi to reach out to those Sunni tribes who at this stage remain fairly weary of the government in Baghdad. But when we're talking about ISIS's long-term defeat, there is the realization that this cannot be achieved by military means alone. There has to be a significant political effort alongside it. Arwa Damon, CNN, Gaziantep, Turkey.
Be sure to watch next week as we continue to update you to the latest on ISIS and the Middle East.
Those are definitely two stories taking place in the Middle East that we're going to need to be watching throughout the week. Now, unfortunate news for fans of the rock band Led Zeppelin. A reported deal to get the band back together has fallen through. Faced with a proposal for a reunion tour reportedly worth $800 million, the group's famed lead singer Robert Plant literally tore up the contract presented to him, saying that this timing is not right for the band to get back together. So if you were hoping to see Led Zeppelin anytime soon, I think you're out of luck.
I agree. Now, with all of the misconceptions about the Ebola virus, the RMU School of Nursing and Health Sciences decided to settle the myths. Dr. Kristen Mertz from the Allegheny County Health Department presented the facts on how the virus is spread, which countries are infected, and the precautions that are being taken in the U.S. Be sure to check out rmucenturymedia.com for the full story.
46 children have died as a result of a suicide bombing carried out at a Nigerian boys' school. The militant group Boko Haram is believed to be responsible. The group has targeted schools during a deadly 5-year insurgency aimed at establishing an Islamic State from within the country.
Dropping from 60 to 20s. I have a full forecast including snow. How cold did it get? Stay tuned.
with Romo. How are you doing today, Romo? Great. All right, so Romo, just a few questions. How do you think the game is going right now for the Colonials? All right, on top of that, like, what do you think about the play of Paul Jones and his defense just demolishing Morgan State right now? All right, well, you heard it here first. Romo with his insight to the game. Back to you guys.
Be sure to tune in to Colonial Sports Center every Thursday, 9:30 p.m. on RMUCentralMedia.com and Channel 98 around the Moon Township area.
Romo, have you downloaded the app?
Romo, have you seen this app?
Hey, have you seen the app yet? No? Alright, put it down. I'll show you what you can do. All you have to do is install it, and it'll open up for you. My favorite part of it is the police blotter. Check this out. When you click into it, you're going to go right to the top left, and as soon as you click on it, everything will be there that you need, so you can stay safe.
Download the RMU Century Media app on the App Store. Romo likes it, and so will you.
Welcome back to RMU Live. I'm Kristen Kudla with this week's Sports Roundup. The Pittsburgh Steelers were on a hot streak since defeating the Texans in Week 7. So going into Sunday's game against the Jets, many hoped for the iron-hot Steelers to continue. But that wasn't the case. The Jets not only outscored the Steelers, but they just flat out outperformed them. Even from the beginning, the Steelers struggled, missing tackles, dropping passes. But the biggest surprise was the way Steelers QB Ben Roethlisberger played. With no help from his linemen, it seemed Ben was under pressure the entire game, and that led to many questionable plays. The Jets forced 4 Steelers turnovers in the game. It seemed all hope was lost for Pittsburgh, but an impressive 53-yard field goal from Sean Sweesum seemed to give hope to the Steelers fans. But that was quickly taken away when Sweesum missed a 23-yard field goal. The Steelers wouldn't score their first touchdowns till the final moments of the game, but that would be the last scoring opportunity after a failed onside kick. The Jets outperformed the Steelers with a final score to 20-13. Well, that's all the time we have left over here in sports. Now over to Jordan with the weather. Jordan?
Thank you, Kristen. I just want to say go Pens. Great game, guys. Everyone's been playing a great game. Sorry for the Steelers. We are going to see plenty of sun today. Look at that, 60 degrees today. And we're going to be seeing a lot of sunshine today. Enjoy it outside. It's going to be very nice. Sun for everybody. Maybe a little bit cloud cover toward the south as our system's going to start moving through. And for tomorrow, this is where the big forecast starts to come together. Coming from the west, we're going to be seeing 60s again. Rain moves in overnight, but a lot of sunshine for the first half of the day. So again, warm today. 47 overnight, that's not bad. For Tuesday, a PM chance of showers. Now, why is that PM? Is because the cold front's going to move in, and when I say cold front, I mean cold. Look at these temperatures, folks. For Wednesday, AM showers. I don't think it's going to be mixing over the snow at all. 38 for the high, though, guys. We're going to go from 55 to 38. 29 degrees. Thursday, isolated showers and snow showers for Thursday and Friday. Look at these temperatures, 30s and 20s. We're going to be continuing to see 30s and 20s through next week. Possibilities of teens as lows through next week. And also, if you want to follow the latest forecast, follow me on Twitter, Jordan Morley TV, or Facebook, facebook.com/Jordan Daniel Morley. And we're going to go back to the news desk. You guys have a great week.
All right, thanks Jordan and Kristen. Now, it's definitely going to be getting cold, so make sure you bundle up.
Absolutely. Now that's all the time we have here for RMU Live.
Yes, but